Do you remember this video not so long ago? It caused a bit of a stir. I've got something to show you outside. Follow me. Yesterday afternoon, oh hang on a minute, I've got to get my flip-flops on. Yes, yesterday afternoon I was taking the herd out, a herd of goats. You may have seen my goat herding video only about a week or two ago. We go through some pretty thick undergrowth, and although the goats are making really good headway in there, it's still a little bit Jumanji-esque out there. And as I was walking through in my flip-flops and shorts, I came across this. This was located on a little goat track that we used in the morning, and check it out, guys. That clip that I showed you at the start of this video was a python, 3 metre and 3 centimetre python. That video, along with other snake videos that we've done, always causes people to get a bit excited and get the knickers in the twist. I've got nothing against snake huggers, snake lovers, whatever you want to call yourselves, no problem at all. Each to their own. I don't particularly like snakes. I don't particularly like big snakes. A lot of people say, well, just get a goose, get a couple of geese, and they're brilliant for keeping snakes away. Well, that 3 metre python ate one of our adult sized geese. So no good. Well, get a dog. Well, we got 4 dogs. Well, 3 really. Clop comes and goes as he likes. And our dog that's down at the fence pond where the goose got eaten was no more than 10 feet away. So it can sneak up on a goose and get past a dog without it barking. Well, you could say, we'll get a proper dog. Yeah, fair shout. Let's not kid ourselves. These are apex predators. You know, if they want something, they'll keep coming back until they can get it. So to give you an idea, guys, of the size of this, I've pinned it out against our tape measure. And I've done it as accurately as possible. So I've pinned it down there. I've joined it together as best I can. I've slightly overlapped it, so I can't be accused of over-exaggerating. You can see I've done some joins there. It was missing its head skin, so I've been quite conservative, my estimate of its head. If it's a python, it was twice the size of that. And this is coming in at, I shit you not, 3 metres and 40 centimetres. A 3 metre, 3 centimetre one ate one of our adult geese, and that's the main reason we brought them up here. We've got 4 left. They're a big bird. Yes, before the horrific incident happened, I would have said yes, they're good guards, good security, but no, they didn't stand a chance and swallowed it whole. Now then, you all know, or most of you know, we are embarking on creating a huge herd of goats. The size of a female goose is approximately the same as a 2-month-old goat. When it comes to Tangmo and Ruby, because they were twins, they're 3 months old, and I'd probably say they're the size of a goose. So if a 3 metre python can eat a whole goose, what can a 3 metre 40 centimetre at minimum length snake eat? So what we're going to do about it? Well, I didn't say we killed the last one. I just said it was relocated. Yes, we did retrieve our goose, but snakes are renowned for regurgitating their prey when they're trying to escape. They jettison their food to try and squeeze under a fence and get away. The thing we're up against in Thailand, you're not allowed to kill these big snakes. And I'm not a bloody snake charmer either. I can't tickle this thing and go and take it anywhere. Well, you can call a government office or whatever and they'll come and catch it. No, unless it's sort of like cornered in your kitchen and hugging your kid, they're not coming out to get this. So what do? Honestly, I've got no time for people saying, well, you're a farmer and you've got livestock. You just got to accept this sort of thing. Snakes are good for your land because your rodents. Jog on. Our dogs eat our rodents, and so does Toon's nephew. Lecky's out there hunting once or twice a week. Rodent numbers are well down, and snakes bloody eat frogs. And a frog is very useful on our land. We're totally organic. And have you seen how many bugs a frog eats during an evening? I would prefer not to have snakes on our land. Now, please don't get me wrong, I don't kill every single snake I see on the farm. If I did, bloody hell. If I had a mark on this post for every snake that we saw, I'd run out of bloody posts, putting all little marks on ones I've killed there. We don't kill many snakes. But every single week without fail, normally several times a week, you will hear little frogs and toads being eaten by snakes. So what we're going to do about this situation and protect the welfare of our goats? Well, where we're building the new goat house, it's quite a long way from our house. Of course, if we've got young kids in there, that's a real problem. Although Bullseye is nails, I'm pretty sure he would back off something like this if it got into the house. Before we started having trouble with big snakes, Toon and I did have this idea. So there's nothing related to this. Where the goats are now, the young kids and expecting mothers and the mothers that are having an extra month or two away from being rogered by Bullseye again, just to recover more from pregnancy, they're going to stay here. Long term, this will be replaced as well, because the bugs are burrowing into the timber now. And this is made of eucalyptus framework, so that doesn't last forever. All right, settle down, Slim. They're just about ready to go out. So here it's still going to be all right for a fair few months. And say the small ones are going to be here nearer the house. They're a lot safer. We've got Spoon and Gang here, our two dogs that are probably the best. Well, they are by far the best with snakes. So Spoon got one the other night. That was 1.5 meters. There's no way they would tackle a python, but they wouldn't back down from it. They would raise the alarm for us. And me and Toon, our bedroom's just there. So there you go, bit of a situation. As far as I'm concerned, and the big goats, it's not really a problem. I know these pythons can grow to over 5 meters. Yeah, I mean, some of our smaller framed goats, it might be a bit of an issue. But don't forget, we free range our herd. They're browsing through big areas of undergrowth. We don't want them penned up all the time. So yeah, it will be cleared over time, the land, but it's going to take quite a while. And you've got to bear in mind, all around us, on all 4 sides, the land is barren. Everyone this year is trying to grow cassava. They're just ploughing it back in. It's all dead. They did it too early. So we've got a mini oasis on our land, and it's obviously attracting good stuff, but along with the good stuff comes the not so nice stuff. Yeah, I know some people think snakes are nice, but you know, farming, that's our living. Now I've got a couple of ideas where this monster may be hanging out. Not too far away from where I found the snake skin, there's 2 drainage pipes that come over from a farm next door. Next door's farm is sloped like that, if I'm exaggerating, and we've got 2 big concrete drain pipes coming underneath the road that dissects our farms. I'm fairly sure that makes a pretty good hideout for a big old snake. Other than that, there's like a mini hill, it's a glorified mound way over the back of the island, and in that mound there's a hole that must be, I don't know, 10 inches in diameter. So that's definitely big enough for one of these large reptiles to hang out in. If not, then it's probably a monitor lizard. So I don't know how to catch a snake. Yeah, if I could catch it unharmed and then take it far away, then that would be preference. But chances are I'm going to bump into it when it's out and about. The other issue we've got, when we take out the young goats, they get tired quite easily, certainly for the first, well, we normally let them out when they're approaching 1 week old. I think that's going to have to change, because every half an hour or so they have a lay down. They try and get out the sun and recoup a bit of energy, and then they're off again. So that, you know, snakes only need a bloody second to grab hold of a little doeling. So we are going to have to change that. I know I'm out there with them, but I don't want to be unwrapping a bloody 3 metre and 40 centimetre python from round Hoover. It's a bit of an issue, isn't it, guys? One thing is for sure though, I won't be relying on Toon's naughty goat stick when I take the herd out in half an hour. I'm still going to be in my flip-flops, but I'm taking my shank with me. And it's not like I'm going hunting snake, guys. You know, if you want to be bloody start saying this and that, up to you. You just get blocked straight away. This is for cutting down the long grass weed, which I did talk about in a previous vlog. If I do bump into a big snake that's hugging one of the goats, I will tease it off with this. Now, I know money shouldn't really be the main issue when we're talking about, you know, God's own creatures. But let's have this right, guys. We are setting our goat herd up to be major production here. And to give you an idea, let's say the snake gets one of our doelings and she's 3 or 4 months old. She's still got a few months left before she's pregnant. But they can be pregnant. They're usually pregnant within their first year. Usually you get 1. Okay, they give birth to 1. Sometimes you might get lucky and get 2. After that, they average 2.2 kids per year. I don't know how they give birth to 0.2, but that's the average. Okay, it's normally about once every 9 to 10 months that they're popping a kid out. Okay, so let's round it down. So they're giving birth to 2 per year. Well, half of those are going to be boys. They're going to be flogged on to the meat industry. We might keep the odd 1 or 2 for ourselves to eat. And it averages out, depending on what size you sell them at and the current state of the price per kg, you look at between sort of like 2,500 baht. The other half, however, are going to be girls, aren't they, on average? So if you sell a pregnant girl, a pregnant doe, you're looking at, well, the cheapest we've come across was just less than 4,000. You can't get them around here like that anymore. You're looking 4,500 upwards. We rang a supplier yesterday, 6,000 per goat. But what about if you want to keep that goat, which we want to keep expanding this herd. That one doe is going to keep popping out those kids for many years. Goats don't become sort of infertile. What it's really dictated about with the age of the goats is their teeth. When the teeth fall out, they can't browse anymore. So then it's time to get rid of them unless you're going to start buying food for them. So they can keep giving birth sort of like to 10, 12 years old. It's not the norm, but it is feasible for that to happen. But let's say you keep that goat for 5 years. Well, 2 kids per year. Well, even with my maths, it's 10 goats, isn't it? 5 of those are going to be boys. 5 of them are going to be girls. So 5 boys, 10,000 baht. Okay, that's not a lot. But that's the least money that you're making goat farming. The other 5, we're not getting rid of them. We could sell them for, let's say, 5,000 baht each. But each one of those is now going to give us 2 goats per year for the next 5 years. So that one doeling, if that gets eaten by a snake, the potential long-term impact, financial implications, snake's got to go, isn't it? So before people start getting all judgmental about it, if that's your livelihood, what are you going to do about it? Not judgmental at all about people who like snakes. I'm not judgmental about people who like monitor lizards. But they both eat livestock, without any shadow of a doubt. They're both a danger. It's happened to us for quite some time here, and something needs to change. Having livestock on a farm, it's not bloody utopia. It's not like Dr. Doolittle's living here and everyone gets on together. I like The Life of Pi, I like that film, but even the bloody hyena ate the orangutan, didn't he? You know, it's nature. Apex predators predate on other animals. When you love animals and you care for animals, for us it's goats, for other people it might be rabbits or chickens or ducks, whatever works for you. When those animals, whether they're making you money or not, are threatened by something else, it needs to be controlled. Here's an idea for you. How's this grab you? I've got an email. Please don't send abuse. It's tiresome. I will buy you a box of beer or a couple of bottles of whiskey for you to come here, and you can catch and take as many snakes and monitor lizards as you like. Or we can agree a price per snake, per monitor lizard, to take them away. And then you can go and keep them on your land or relocate them somewhere else. How's that? Let's not just be anti. So, yeah, there's a lot of snake lovers in Thailand, I know that. Even get a group of you together, make a video. I'll even make a video. We can do a collaboration. How's that? Let's try and work together for a common cause. You're safeguarding the snakes. We're safeguarding our livestock. Everyone's a happy bunny. But I tell you what, you want to be bringing a bloody big box to carry this beast home in.